welcome back to another episode. This is episode 3 of Doorkickers 2 Task Force North. And this mission is called the Quaint Little Man. It's a 4-man team, 4-man op, and it's 2 and 2. So 2 assaulters and 2 support gunners. So there's a little bit of symmetry there. So I'll be able to divvy up my forces and split them 2 ways so they can cover north as well as the southern part. There's 2 halls, as you can see. I'll elaborate later. But the gist is here, the wall's a little bit thick, right? So going in. So it narrows the field of view of what's inside. Luckily, there's a gate there, so it'll allow us to see what's inside, but it'll only give us a little bit of real estate before we move in. So I'm thinking a little bit of pieing from the outside in, get some eyes on, I don't know, a 3x3 section of that L-shaped corridor at the beginning, and then hopefully nothing exciting takes place just yet. But as we pie, we are exposed, right? We're gaining view, but at the same time we're also becoming more and more vulnerable. So I want to move in as soon as I can in there, as it does create a funnel both ways. So once we control that little patch of land with the eyes, then we're going to make entry. The assaulter is going to open the gate, and then the rest will flow in accordingly. Still segregated or divided into 2 subgroups. We're going to go north and south. So they're going to J-hook that way, and the southern team is going to, or southern group is going to J-hook the other way. Not that big space, but that small space is going to be already secured, enough for the support gunners to start providing coverage down those long, narrow, coverless halls. The assaulters will then follow in clearing the rest of that structure once they've made entry. 3 points of ingress are the top window, the bottom window, and that horseshoe looking thing, which I'm going to avoid at all costs because it just seems like it's redundant, right? There's a lot of risk involved there, a lot of corners to turn, very limited field of view, long range anyway. Excuse my lack of terminology, but long story short, I'm just going to pie from the outside of that yard. So from the outside of that L-shaped corridor, and then from the inside of the building, peeking into the yard. That's what I'm going to do. Still thinking. By the way, this was already recorded, but I'm still thinking what my thought process was at the time. But like I said, those 2 support gunners are going to prepare the terrain so the assaulters can move in, whether from that window or from the bottom window at the south. But once they're in there, the support gunner at the north is going to move into the kitchen and provide further support or coverage or security down that rest of the hallway inside of the house. The assault team will continue on, moving into that main building, or main room rather. So we might have to flash it before we go in there, throw a flashbang in there, kind of, get in there, clear it out, come back in. Support gunner is going to remain in that position, most likely, while the assault team continues on with their clearing. I'm a little bit concerned of those 2 doors right there because they're parallel with each other. If they both swing open at the same time and we get to them, who knows what's lying on both sides of those rooms. And then it's the same thing on the other 2 rooms at the end of the hall. So we might have to flash both. Hopefully we have enough flashbangs by the time we make it there. For sure those, but I don't know about that other side. We might have to go in balls deep, but that's kind of my assessment there. That guy at the south, he's gonna remain fixed, that support gunner, just because there's nowhere he can get behind cover except that spot. He can always just tuck behind that wall and he'll be fine. So like I said, this was already done. This is just a replay that I'm showing you guys, but this was my thought process about, I don't know, 10 minutes ago when I let her rip. So enjoy the show, and as well as my mistakes.
They're here! Alpha, go. Bravo, go. Go.
Hands behind your back! Primary target secure.
And that, in a nutshell, is how I captured the quaint little man. No casualties. It was a good day. So, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.